Hi, I'm Nathan Motor with London Motor Advisors, and this is a quick perspective on the housing market and why prices are as high as they are. So let's get started. So what we have going on in the state of California, specifically in the coastal areas, is we have this California housing experiment that has been happening for quite some time now, a couple decades, where we have shifted our growth from predominantly single family homes over to multifamily homes. And as this chart shows, it shows it by decade going back to the 1950s that about 60% in any given decade in that red line has been single family homes, which means about 40% is multifamily construction, apartments and condos and townhomes. Into the future, for the next 30 years, which we're in it right now, all of the growth predominantly is going to be multifamily. So you could see when we get out to 2040 and 2050, we're hardly going to have any single family home construction. It mainly is going to be single multifamily homes. The reason that this is called a housing experiment is because we don't know if it's really going to work, and we don't know what the repercussions are. They're starting to play out now, but in the future, we're betting the entire growth in the state of California on the acceptance of multifamily as a product type for families. What that means is we're betting that 9 out of 10 people who traditionally would purchase a single family home, that they will not want one, that they will accept multifamily and raise their families in a multifamily apartment style construction. And we're starting to see some of that play out, and we'll get into that here in a second. This first chart shows the rate at which we build housing in Southern California. The purple line is total building permits each year per 1,000 of population. And if you look at that red dot, we're currently building at the 1990 levels. We're just not building enough housing. Much of this has to do with the lack of single family homes. So you could see the blue line has just fallen off. And for the most part, apartments have been okay, and multifamilies, we're building at the 2000 levels. It's been pretty consistent. Where we're at today is where we were in the 2000 period. But what happened with the single family homes is because of the choice to curb development and let's focus on the infill, that has resulted in a reduction of permits. So we're building actually below the building pace that we did in the 1990s. We're actually lower than that for each of these areas in San Diego, Orange, LA, San Bernardino, Riverside, Ventura, all of Southern California. At the same time that we have experienced a decline in single family permits, and we've taken that family housing out of the economy, what we've done with our multifamily is we've actually increased the proportion of what we call small units, studios, one bedrooms, and micro units that cannot accommodate families. So it's kind of a double whammy here where we've reduced the construction of multiple bedroom units, single family homes, but we've increased the construction of small units. In San Diego, we increased it from 43% to 55% of all multifamily construction. This is apartments, is smaller units. And that's the case in Orange County, LA, Riverside, San Bernardino, Ventura. And this is a feasibility perspective, which is beyond the scope of this video, but units are becoming smaller, and we're seeing more small units being created because that's what's feasible in the marketplace. The result has been a spike and an increase in single family home prices, which we've all witnessed and we've been reading about. It's pretty much out there wherever you look. So the solid line here shows the rate at which we build single family homes per 1,000. So it's permits per 1,000 population. As you can see, they're all low for the areas of San Diego and Orange, LA, Orange County, Ventura. They have fallen, but the dotted line shows what has happened to housing prices. This is the price, the average sale price of homes. And you could see that, today we're looking at average of $900,000, go up to Orange County, it's over $1 million. So there's not enough supply, but the demand is unsatiated. It's still high. There's still an appetite for these homes. And so, that's why we've got these higher home prices, because the lower supply. So let's look at the crisis in for sale housing. This is not an affordable housing crisis. This is a subcomponent of that. I'm just looking at the crisis of for sale housing. So this is the amount of our growth that we have seen in terms of single family homes versus multifamily construction. Single family homes in San Diego County, this is average annual housing permits, has fallen by 60%. So in the 2000s, we were building about 700, 7,800 units a year. The last 5 years, 2019 to 23, we have fallen down to about 3,100 units. That's a 60% decline. Basically, we're not building 4,662 homes every single year. We're just not building it. But we've increased the multifamily construction from 43% to 68% of all of our growth. This last slide shows the cumulative shortage of single family homes because of the reduction in single family permits. The last 5 years, we're short 23,000 single family homes. Going back to 2012, which is a 12-year period, we're short 56,000 single family homes. Single family homes have traditionally been the largest component of for sale housing. We're not building for sale housing. And that's why we're seeing the increase in pricing, is because there's so much demand for it still. And instead of having to sell 8,000 homes every single month, we're selling just above 1,000 homes. That's all that's available. So the demand is there. It's just that the supply is lacking. And we've substituted it with multifamily housing, which is not meeting the demands of those families that are in their 30s and 40s that want to purchase and move into a bigger space and start their path to home ownership.